remember when Ice Cube said, "You want to free Africa? I stare at you because we ain't doing too good in America."
Uh-huh.
It sounded fucked up at the time. I heard a lot of people had something to say about him saying that back then, but it really came to fruition what he meant by that. You know what I mean? It's
Ice
like,
Cube is a West Coast rap genius. The stuff that
yeah,
he says in his lyrics,
yes,
the stuff, the things, he don't get enough accolades from the hip hop community, in my opinion. But Ice
no.
Cube is very prolific when it comes
Well,
to
his last few
the
albums didn't
writing.
do as great as we're used to him doing, which it don't matter to me. I still got them and they still slap to me. But what it is the shit that he says, he was like, he is responsible. At least I don't know how much he was tied into these individuals, but Ice Cube was responsible for introducing to me to the pro-black gangster, like Deadly Threat, the whole DJ Pooh movement, King T. You know what I'm saying? The whole What's Up Cam and Solo. You know what I mean? These are cats that are very gangster-esque in their music when they were doing it, but they had a message behind the shit that was some real shit. And what they did was, what made it genius to me is they talk in the language of the streets, but their subject matter is international. You see what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
The subject matter affects people who aren't quote unquote affiliated to street gang life, the street gang culture.
To me, that means that to me, that's a sign of a dope MC, rapper, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
You know, that's when it can translate to somebody in bumfuck Egypt what they talking about, and they can feel that shit like that's a picture that they're painting just, you know, with these words, you know what I mean?
Right. So more than international, interglobal then. Interglobal. You know what I'm saying?
To me, it's like, what did he say? What did Ice Cube say on West Side Connection? World motherfucking wide.
yeah. The world is a ghetto. The thing is, look, okay, I'm heartbroken, brother, when I catch a glimpse of these news outlets that show these war-torn countries, right? And they show children. Because to me, I don't care how much I may be up in arms or have a gripe with another nationality, for whatever reason it may be. I can't look at a child in that nationality and be okay with looking at a maimed child.
Yeah, you have empathy.
Child.
You have empathy.
Yeah, I can't fucking do it, bro. I cannot fucking do that. And it's horrible when I see the starvation in some of these countries. Yeah. It's horrible when I see the lack of clean water, the squalor that some of them have to live in. But we have our squalor here too.
I mean, shit, what is it? Flint still ain't got clean water?
Yeah, Flint. Yeah. I hear that shit is just still ongoing. I'm surprised that there is still a Flint. Like, if it's that bad, not saying that it's not.
Shit.
I can't see how those people are surviving.
Michigan itself, the state itself is like super fucked up. I mean, Detroit is fucked up. Flint's
Detroit
fucked up.
It's rough. It's rough areas everywhere.
Yeah, but I mean, shit. Look at Watts. I mean, in Compton, I think it's just Watts, but they got to let their water run because it come out brown before. I mean, in the 21st century in America, we should not have cities. We should not have cities with bad water.
Why is that though? In your opinion, explain to me why you think that is. How could that be possible? And then remember the cities the places that you're naming. How is that the case in America?
And my opinion is these politicians who wrote these laws, who write these laws, not wrote, but write these laws, don't give a fuck about inner city communities like they say they do when they smiling at you in your face, talking about we gonna do this for you and we gonna do that for you. They ain't doing nothing for you but trying to get elected. Once they get elected, they on their own agenda. They trying to further their own career. They ain't really worried about the people like that. You know.
So what I said on one of the other podcasts is what you mean then. So I mean, and not that you were negating that that's a factor, but again, we come back to this. That's exactly what it is. It's like, I'm going to stand at this makeshift podium in front of you because I want your vote. I'm going to say all this miraculous, beautiful shit that people who are struggling and our version of impoverished in America, that they want to hear. You get me that vote, I'm gonna get in the office, I'm gonna smile, I'm gonna take my pictures, I'm gonna sign whatever bills come across my desk. But even if a person really does have the intention to follow through with some of these things, it's not on the plate once you get on the field. And when you, and even if you're a politician that tries to make a move on some of these various issues that people deal with, no, they don't give a fuck on that playing field. They don't give a fuck at that level of status in America. They
No,
don't
it's an
care.
uphill battle, and not many people are fighting that battle. And the ones that are fighting that battle don't have the backing to fight it to begin with. So, I mean, a lot of it is just a lot of what is it, bumping gums. You know, trying to get people to be on their side, and they're gonna say like, yeah, you know, I mean, people gonna tell politicians gonna tell you what you want to hear. To me, it's just like a
Yeah,
nigga in jail trying to talk to a bitch. He
yeah,
gonna tell the chick whatever she want to hear, just so he can have her on his team.
yeah. Or the nigga out of jail that's gonna tell a female what
The
she want
same
to hear
thing.
because he like to have on the team my ragged, i.e. my raggedy ass, and
But
then
it's,
a
I mean,
whole
it's the
bunch
same
of
thing.
bullshit later. But yeah,
It's all it is somebody selling you a dream. And whether you
yeah,
buy into that dream or not is up to you, the individual. Me
yeah,
myself, I'm always skeptical on a lot of politicians, because to me, I look at politicians as pimps. No offense to
yeah.
pimps, but pimps slick talk, and I don't
Hmm.
trust the motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know.
You notice that me and you fuck up with our words while we do this a lot? We bub it all over the motherfucking place.
Well, in my
Defense. Come
defense,
on with
yeah.
it.
While we do this, I'll be smoking reefers.
Oh, dude, speaking about smoking reefers, I can't wait to take this goddamn test in this physical because I'm gonna get high. I ain't been smoking. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get so high. I'm gonna get paranoid high. But anyway, that's off the subject. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you go. So what you telling me is you gonna get so high that you gonna fall into a Key and Peele horror flick,
Yeah,
Us,
yeah. I
or
bullshit you
Get
not,
Out.
brother. I bullshit you not. I bullshit you not, homie. I bullshit you not.
Uh,
Um,
well, all I smoke is that fuego, as my
what's that?
as
That
my
fire?
Latino brothers will say, that fire,
Yeah,
that loud, that fuego.
yeah. I tell you what. I tell you what. In this country, it's a great country. In this country, we have a great way of life. Uh, real story. You know, in the industry I work in, you know, I pulled over where over there in that whole L.A. Harbor area, the whole L.A. Long Beach Harbor area.
Yeah.
You know, they got little truck stops and shit. Piece of shit truck stops, not like TAs of America and pilots and all the good
Okay.
ones. You know what I'm saying? And Loves and all this shit. No, little shitty
So
truck stops with
shithole truck stops.
Shell. Yeah, 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 pretty much. And you know, everybody knows in America, a lot of the truck stops, the truck stops are like drugs around, prostitution is around, that type of shit, homelessness is around,
So
and
you
people
got drugs,
panhandling.
homeless, lot
Right,
lizards.
right, yeah, 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 all that shit. So yeah, I go in there, I get a couple of little goodies, zoom zooms and wham whams, get me a pack of cigarettes, and go back out to my truck.
Not the zoom zooms and
And
the wham whams.
well, nigga, I don't give a fuck about telling my age. That's what the fuck it was. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't saying that
Uh,
you telling your age. I'm just saying I know what you're talking about. The zoom
yeah, yeah,
zooms
the
and
zoom
the
zooms and
wham
the wham wham.
whams.
The millennials is like, what the fuck is a zoom and a wham around this motherfucker? But you know what I mean? But the thing is, you know, a lady walked up, black lady and a white lady, not homeless, dirty, but that kind of look that you know what I'm talking about. Now, definitely not rich. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not even put
What
together.
you
You know
saying?
what
It
I'm
was
saying?
strawberries.
No, 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 not prostitute. They were
Strawberry ain't
just
a
kind of like,
prostitute. A strawberry is just like a dick for crack cocaine.
well, I don't even think that might have been. I mean, it might have been some drugs in there somewhere. Looking at the white woman, but I just think that they were living from pillar to post, put it like that. You know
Got
what
it.
I'm saying? And not put together. They had a couple children with them,
Got it.
and you know it's kind of hot out here around this time. One of the little girl had on like galosh boots and you know some jeans. You can tell that she wear every day. It
Got
just
it. Got it.
you know not. I'm not putting drugs on them. Just saying maybe having a hard time right now. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so they having a hard time
And
in
she
life.
Yeah, and you know, it was in between paychecks for me, so my spending budget at the time, I'm down to like my last like $30. You know what I'm saying? I just went in there,
In other
I
words,
had
is
like,
what's the difference between you and me?
and but they come and you know they walking up to trucks and I see them and I'm I kind of be on that shit. I don't mind giving to people at all, but you know how we get when we see the same motherfucker out here in LA, we kind of be like, man, you out here hustling on me, and you ain't finna hustle me.
Yeah.
But
That's when that song come in by Ice Cube. Speaking of Ice Cube, bringing it back, you know, who's the Mac? Is it that nigga at the gas station pumping gas?
Yeah.
Yo, it's the ugly. I'm about to break it. Man, fuck that. Check it out. Power and momentum. Vocal bullets bring the holes to your building. Same time, feed the souls of your children. Closed minds get exposed to the vision. Same time, double-edged sword to the throat of the serpent and kingdom. Kinda hard not to walk in the blues. Hard to walk the avenues where they ain't got